This is the word of the Lord to us as people on the earth in this time, in this season. What is happening is that there is a submission issue happening right now with his people. Many of us have transitioned and are aware of the transition into the new season. But what we've done is we've gone into the new season thinking that we can just deal with it. But what is required in this new season is a higher level of submission to God, submission to his will for our lives. What's happening is that we are in the new season and we are walking in this new season, but it's been a struggle so far because things have come up, things that carnally we do not want to do. Carnally, we want to do our own thing. We still want to kind of do what we did in the last season. And in the last season, it was good for that season. And it may not have been a lot, but it was impactful. And in this season, the Lord is calling us to be impactful and to do a lot more than what we did before. And a lot of us carnally do not want to do it because all we see is work, work, work. And we're going to feel tired. And it means sacrificing some things in this new season, and the thought of that is very daunting, and it causes us to become stressed and frustrated and annoyed because we don't want to do it. So carnally there is a battle going on. Our will is not where it should be. Our will is not submitted to God. We are not submitted to God and his will in this new season. That is why we are in the new season and we are struggling. We are finding it hard to maneuver because things keep coming up. It's like opportunities keep coming up and we don't want to do it because our experiences in the last season weren't that good, and we just want to kind of chill and live our own lives. But the Lord is actually calling us to submit even more to him, because in this new season the requirement for us is to do more and to be more impactful. And the only way we can do more and be more impactful and be sane is by submitting to God and allowing God to have his way in our lives and move when he asks us to move and to do what he's asking us to do. And so what happens is we are refusing, we are rejecting to be submitted higher, more onto God. We want to do what we want to do. We reject God. We reject his words. So when he speaks to us and he's asking us, will you lay down this? Will you lay down that? Will you do this? Will you pick this up? Will you do more of that over there? Will you go over here and speak over here? We refuse to because we feel like it's a lot of things going on and we're trying to maneuver our lives. We're trying to get things in order in our lives, but the Lord is just wanting our yes. And a lot of us are not giving the Lord our yes. What we're saying is we're saying, God, but this is over here and this is over here. And I really can't be bothered to do that over there because I just want to do what I want to do. When will I get time for myself? And the Lord is saying that I will always provide for you. I am a provider, so I will provide time for yourself. I will provide time. It's about managing our time and our priorities in this new season, but it's about listening and sitting at the feet of God, sitting at the feet of the cross, and sitting at the throne of grace and finding out what is on his heart, finding out what to do next, how to do, how to maneuver, where to go. And when we say yes to God, he will lift us up high. But he wants our yes. Instead of rejecting him, what we've done is we've just continually rejected him. We've rejected the opportunities that have come our way. We have rejected the word of God, whether it be directly or through people that he sent into our lives. We reject. And then we wonder why we keep facing hardship. We wonder why we keep struggling. We wonder why the same thing that we rejected keeps coming back up. Is because God is wanting us to go into that area and to infiltrate it, but to learn also. So he wants us to learn, to gain more knowledge, to gain more wisdom, because where he's taken us, where he wants us to go, the people that are waiting for us to hear what we are saying, to go in there and by our actions impact them. They are waiting and we have to learn. We have to learn how to maneuver, because if we go into that space now, we will go and we will muck it up. We will go and we will cause people to be offended. We will go and we will just mess everything that the Lord has set up for us. So our will has to die. We have to be submitted even more in this season and hear his voice even more, even clearer, to be sensitive to the voice of God. So it is an submission issue. And what the Lord is saying is that he's raising up people who are not afraid, who are obedient, and are not afraid to move forward, and are not afraid to go and speak his word, to go and to be the examples, to go and change the policies and speak. He said that in this time, he's going to raise up people that when they speak, things will happen instantly. He said the people that we admire in the Bible, they got to a certain point because they were submitted. In each season that they went into, they were submitted to God. They worshiped God. He was their God. And the Lord is saying that we are forgetting that he is Yahweh, he is El Shaddai, that he is Jesus, that he is King. We are forgetting it. And in forgetting it, we then don't listen to what he says. We then reject what he is saying. We then reject what he is doing also. And we just live our lives. It's time in this new season to be submitted even more. The lower you go, the higher God will take you. Because we are not looking for praise of man, but we want God to be proud of what we're doing. We want heaven to see what we are doing. And the angels back who the kingdom has assigned. So in this season, God is calling us to a place of submission, to be submitted even more than last season. And it will mean we can't do the same thing that we were doing last season. It means that we will be, the new season is new, and it will feel like we're training again and that we don't understand. And we're going to feel dumb in this new season some of the time. But we have to realize that it's not us, but it is God that will take us through. It is God. So when we look back, we will say, God really did come through for me. It was only by God's hand that I got through this season. So I hope this has helped you. This is the word of the Lord for you. And we'll see you next week on CB Fire TV.